and gentlemen, the gloves are off once again. We're here at Hollywood Smoke in the beautiful city of Santa Monica. Steve K9 Kim with the star of the show, Ray Boom Boom Mancini. Ray, something happened here a week or two ago that I know just disgusts you. WBO Middleweight champion, or actually former is the way to put it now, Peter Quillin, instead of taking a career-high payday of $1.4 million after the purse bid, abdicates his belt. Your thoughts?
You know, I know Kid Chocolate is a terrific guy, very good champion, very good fighter, but I just don't understand what advice he's getting and why he would do that, because ultimately it comes down to that person. He's the one who made the decision to give it up. I don't care if you're being advised, whoever you're running the show. It's your show.
Is
you're
it?
The one.
Is it though, Ray?
Absolutely.
Even in this situation with Al Heyman,
really? I'm the one who's taking the shots, not you. I'm the one in there going in there and put myself on the line, not you. So it's my show. And so I listen to everybody, but ultimately I make the decision. For him to show disrespect to the title by just throwing it in the trash or giving it up, however he did it, I would say throw it in the trash, but however he did it, to me is so disrespectful to boxing in general and to the titles.
You know, here's what I find maddening about Peter Quillin, a young man that I've known pretty well. I've done stories with him, I've interviewed him, he's got a quirky personality. He's always said, I'm about the right money. I'm always about the prize fight. You have to pay me a certain amount. This payday of $1.4 million is 3 times the amount he's ever been paid. Here's the other issue. He's not fighting white Marvin Hagler. He's not even fighting Gennady Golovkin. He's fighting Matt Korobov, who's okay. He's been a much better amateur than a professional. But it goes back to what I've said for a while. When you're advised by Al Heyman, the all-powerful, you're not working with him, Ray. You're working for him. I think that's the reality. I disagree a little bit. I don't think this was his decision, Ray.
Well, I mean, well, you're right. You know, what you're saying is true, Steve. What I'm saying is that's what's supposed to be. It's supposed to be my show. It's supposed to be I run my show, and that it's myself. You know, the decisions I make are going to benefit me. That's what it's supposed to be, because ultimately I am the one going in there taking the ass whipping or taking the shots. You know, either way. But again, I like Peter, good guy. Just bad businessman. You
know what's interesting? He just had a child. And every time a fighter or an athlete has a child, they say, I got to take care of my children.
Right.
You know, turning down $1.4 million, that is not going to buy you a lot of diapers. And then this is where it gets really farcical. Then he gets on Twitter and says, I'm selling my Mustang, my car. So now he's becoming Cal Worthington without the dog Spot. I mean, to me, if you took the money, you wouldn't have to sell your car. To me, this is called prize fighting. This goes counterintuitive to everything that we know about the business of boxing and also what he has said. You know the public can be very cruel. You've seen it on Twitter. You've been kind of a target of it recently. Do you think he'll ever be able to live this down?
I don't know. I think the only way he can is by going in and fighting somebody like a Golovkin or so, and winning the title back, or going in with a Cotto or you know, something like that. Because, like you say, he wasn't fighting the most feared man on the planet.
No.
And he was getting more money than he's ever made. That's what boggles my mind. I don't know, you know, to make $1 million, Peter, what's he thinking? Where are you going to make $1 million at now? Like you said, he's selling his cars. So it just makes no sense. And look, the bottom line is this: in boxing, to be the best, you want to fight the best. There's got to be some pride of selling it. Forget business. Forget a standard in the community. You want to be the best. I want to fight the best to be the best. And that's why whenever I hear people say to me, I fought Alexis Arguello too soon, I just think, to be the best, I wanted to fight the best and to beat the best. That's the only way you can say you're the best.
Yeah, and Peter Quillin refused to fight about the 8th best. Let's just be very honest about where Korobov is. Here's another scenario. You had Dave Wolf, correct, as your manager.
Correct.
If Dave Wolf said to you, Ray, the WBO won this purse bid, and you're going to fight this guy who's maybe top 10, and you're going to make $1.4 million, or 3 times your highest payday, but you know what? I got other plans because of my own agenda. What would you have said to Dave Wolf?
No, but thank God I had a manager like Dave Wolf who would, I was part of every negotiation, every business deal I knew of. You know, he did it, but I knew of it. I was informed about everything, every offer that came by. Dave Wolf said, Ray, this is the best fight for you. Dave Wolf, as a manager, said, my job is to get you the best fight for the most money, least amount of risk. To me, this is the best fight, most money and the least amount of risk for Kid Chocolate.
But, okay, living in the real world then, we know the politics, we know the climate of the current boxing business. We know who the puppet masters are,
Right.
okay? So is Peter Quillin, and I don't want to just pile on him, so is Peter Quillin indicative of a larger problem that exists in today's current boxing marketplace?
Yes, of course it is. We're letting the promoters or our so-called managers dictate for us. You know, we need people to start taking control and say, look, I want that fight. When Tommy and Ray fought, they called each other and said, hey, let's make this fight. They told Bob, make the fight. They didn't worry about what my trainer said or Manuel Stewart said. They said, we want the fight, make the fight. And it happened.
And that was another segment of Gloves Off with Ray Boom Boom Mancini. I'm your co-host, Steve K9 Kim, saying goodbye, everybody.